Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me for another dinosaur review. Today we're going to be taking a look at something from a company I have not bought from before, and this is the baby T-Rex from PNSO, and they are another company based out of China. I was buying a whole bunch of Nanmu Studios things and I needed a little extra money to get me over the hump for delivery reasons. I saw this little guy and I thought, yeah, I gotta have him, he's just so cute. Now, as far as I can tell from the leaflet that came with him, these are generally aimed at kids, so this is not really a collector's piece like the Nanmu and W Dragon figures that I've reviewed previously, so please bear that in mind when looking at this figure. It's not aimed at us, it's aimed at little ones, but still I think he's just adorable. Anyway, as always, when I buy from AliExpress I don't get the boxes because they usually turn up bad, but I did get this little card with him, and you can see there's a little prototype image and PNSO, and if you can read any of that in Chinese. It does actually come with quite a lot of information. If you fold out this leaflet, I'm going to open it to the English side, assuming that most of my viewers are English speaking. Apologies if you're not. I'll put a picture of the Chinese language up at the end of the video if you want to read it in Chinese. But yeah, you get a really cute picture, and dream and vision for children. See, they're aiming these at kiddies, and I think that's great. I'm all for that, because the more kiddies who grow up loving dinosaurs, the more possible paleontologists we get. I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was a kid, but yeah, that didn't work out. So that's some information there about the sculptors, and well, you can read that, and then here's a little bit of a bio for the baby himself, and I love that they've given him a name. They've called him Aaron. So cute. So there you go, there's a little bio of Aaron, so you can pause that and read that at your leisure. Oh, not having friends makes me lonely. Oh, bless. Yeah, I know how he feels. So there we go. It's a nice little leaflet. I like that. I think that's very nice. It's very good for little kiddie winkles. So, you're not here for the leaflet, are you? You're here for the little cutie. And he is. He's so adorable. I can't help it. Look. Look. He's got all my motherly hormones just pinging about. He's so cute. Oh dear. Right, okay. Alright, let's try and be serious now. Right, so this is just a single piece. Well, it's not a single piece, it's several pieces glued together, but you know, there's no articulation in this guy. He's just one piece. He doesn't move, doesn't do anything. He just sits there looking adorable, and I'm alright with that. So let's get in close and have a look at this little cutie face. Look at that. How could you say no to that? And I have to say, if I can get this really closely in, look at the detail on that eyeball. That is some pretty amazing detail there. That looks fantastic. And he does have his little mouth closed, so you can't see his little baby teeth. But you know, I'm sure they'll be growing in at some point. Actually, I say you can't see his teeth, but is that maybe them there? Sculpted in, but they're not painted. Yeah, you can. There they are. My bad, they're there, but they're not painted, so they're difficult to see. He's got to be able to look after himself when his mum's away hunting for him, isn't he? And as you will, of course, have noticed, this is not your usual T-Rex. This is a feathered T-Rex. Scientists have been toying with the idea that dinosaurs were feathered. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with that. I think it's possible that some dinosaurs were feathered. I don't think the larger ones were, the larger theropods. I don't think the sauropods would have been feathered at all. There would have been no point in it. But yeah, I don't think the T-Rex would have been feathered to this extent. There was a thing on, I think it was BBC 2 or BBC 4 a few years back now, where they did a thing. They did some experiments on how the T-Rex would look, how it would sound, and they didn't come up with this. Basically, it basically looks the way we expect it to look, but with maybe some of those sort of, what do they call them? Like proto feathers or something they call them. You know, they're just like the stem, like on the Indoraptor, you know, from Jurassic World, that sort of thing. So personally, I don't know that they would have been this feathered, but you know, for the purposes of this toy, it worked. It's okay. And you can see its little feet there, although they're not so little, they're flipping massive. Look at them. You could keep up with an ostrich with them. Ooh-wee. Pretty nicely detailed though. And you can see his little fingers there. And there's lots and lots of feathers all over. And then we've got some different colorations here. So, and yes, the tail does look really long, but you have to remember that when this guy grows up, that head is gonna be massive. And the only thing to stop it falling forwards is the length of its tail to counterbalance the weight of the head. So that's why it looks so long. And more feathers, more feathers, more feathers. And his other little arm round here, which actually my mum pointed this out. It's not very well connected to the main body here. So I might put it on my list of things to do, just to fill that in and then just paint over it. But yeah, it's quite nice. He's a fun little thing. It's just got a thing there. It just says, I think it's 2020. Yeah, made in PRC 2020. So and there's a little look at his feet again. They look very bird-like. So there, I just like the eyes on this. I think the eyes are so well done. They're so big and baleful, aren't they? It's like, feed me, feed me. So there you go. Yeah, little Aaron from PNSO. He wasn't expensive. I think he was about, how much did I pay for him? I think he was about a £5 in sterling. So yeah, it was just a little cheap thing just to put in to make the money up. But I love him. I think he looks fantastic. He doesn't scale with anything. I mean, there he is with the Indoraptor. He clearly doesn't scale with that. There's a iToys Dilophosaurus that actually won't stand up without its stand. Clearly doesn't scale with that. So yeah, if you're buying it for your collection, it's not going to scale with anything. Honestly, it's not. But just as a little fun thing, or even for, you know, the intended purpose of it being for a child, then I think it's fantastic. I love it. I think it's great. So there's little Aaron. That's it. That's all I've got to say about him. I think he's adorable, and if you can get one for a kid, then absolutely do, because I mean, any kid's going to love that, surely. Right, so that's it. As always, thank you for watching. Hope you'll join me for more dinosaur reviews. There will be more adult ones. They're not all going to be like this. Every now and again, you get a cutie thing, don't you? So, right, so that's it. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.